for a period of time now, so that you'll not be like those that come to church every day, pay their tithe and offering. After paying their tithe and offering, to get a fire. No want that come on. So if you are paying your tithe and offering, let it be the tithe and offering is giving us something profitable. Okay, so Mr. President, the class will end by 4. I don't know why.
I don't know why you made this mistake.
Because I will complain about. I don't do mistake.
I don't do mistake.
I'm not shaking on
I'm not shaking on the mango.
It's not ending now. The class didn't end, so it's maybe because I didn't join with companion mode with my system. That's why I brought out.
Maybe it's
But
my
I
eye.
exited from my system.
My eye paying me. Class ending 3 minutes.
Class ending 3 minutes.
I've been my eye. Okay, I downloaded the template. So if you look at this template, we have post, we have index, we have contact us, we have about us, we have some few JavaScript, we have CSS, then we have the assets, which is the image, right? So what we are going to be doing, what we will do tonight would be to see how we can. I give you guys this as an assignment, and that's why I want to teach it, so that you will not tell me you don't know how to do it. So we want to see how we can convert this HTML here to a Django application. So let me copy this. I don't know why this is. So to see how to get this to as a Django application. So this is normal HTML that we have. I can see clean block. Look at the title here. They can see the post page. The post, you can see post by the name, then the date that was posted. So first we are going to display this information static, and later we can try to get this information dynamic, right? So where people can come in, they can see dynamic content and see static content. So when you click here, you are going to see another page.
Class Y and
which is this, and this is static, right? And if you come back and come here, you're still going to see the same information, blog.post, right? So that's what I want to do. We want to convert it to a Python application. Then after converting it, we can see how we can get those information dynamic. Now when it comes to this thing doing like this, today class I go take time. I have to be very frank with you guys so that you make up your mind. All right, let's open this. So let me paste this here. When you come here, you see that we have this man must explore. They have about us, so you can see this man about us. So we have a simple page, so we can have the simple page. Then you can have contact us. So what we want to do is that we want to see how we can work with this, and then also work with this. So when we come here, we can get about us. When we come here, we can get simple paste. We come here, we can get contact us. So what we are going to do is that, then after that, we can see how we can get all this information that is here. Instead of having a static stuff, we can see how we can fetch this information dynamic. And I'm thinking of adding image on this post, or this post, adding images. So let's start. So what we are going to do is to open our VS Code, and open our VS Code. We are going to open our Django project. I think that should be, what's the name of the folder we are using? Can somebody remind me? I've forgotten the name of the folder. Is it Django, right? Okay. Is it Django backend?
Django backend.
Django backend.
Okay. Are you sure?
It's back-end Django.
Okay. Backend. Why is it here? But is this backend project? No, not this one. And I don't know the project, the file again. See that happen here now.
Django backend. You didn't save it on the dashboard. You save it on as if it's in the C. Check your C, you see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me close this. Django backend. Are you people sure?
Back-end Django is there.
Okay, this, all right. Okay, so before we move ahead on today's class, I'd like to who that? Well, okay. So who can,
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you recording?
yes, who can explain this view for us? And okay, starting from, let's start from, want to know if you are really flowing up. Okay, let's start from here. So who can tell us what's really going on here? A volunteer to tell us. Okay, fire down. Fire down, sir.
All right.
Oh.
All right, sir. We reported country from Django. We reported report admin from country Django, which is the setting. From the settings file, we imported admin. Then from the major project files, which is called Django URL, we imported the path and we imported those two files.
What is the
The
work of the
model from
path?
that.
What does path do?
Path is the URL. It helps us to set our URL. Then it helps us to include the URL from the application folder into our project folder. That is why we have the two there, the path and the include.
Okay.
Then we set our path by using URL pattern. Then we set the path by the first one is pointing to the admin dashboard, which is the or localhost, which is our official port, our official landing page, Django landing page at the port /admin. You take us to the admin. And the other one we haven't include, which means the path URL files that was inside our app folder. We set it here. That
So
after
why do we
after
use empty stream?
why do we empty stream? We use empty stream because we want that to be our home page, landing page, index precisely.
Okay.
That is why we have empty stream there. And
Okay,
that is that.
fantastic. So fantastic. The guy have tried. Next person. So who will come and explain this every code inside here? Who will help us? The guy, no, I don't need you. They play. Not only there. They play. The guy, no worry. I need next person. I need next person. Why I call him? Okay, no. Why I call now? So I want to make it like that. No issue. If I call you, if you don't come explain this thing for me, you are owing me. Chidima. Oh yeah, let's go. Chidima. Oh yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Oh yeah, explain, yeah. No problem.
I don't know it, sir. I don't know it, sir.
You don't know anything here
I don't.
at all. Huh?
Sir?
You don't know anything on the Django setting at all.
I don't, sir.
Why? Because this is like the second class now for Django. Does it mean that you are not been watching the video?
I've been watching the video, but I need to dedicate more time. So for a while now, I've been very busy. I've been watching the videos, but I need to dedicate more time to study it.
They owe me.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Anayo Joseph. Anayo Joseph. If I call you, you didn't come, I'll remove you from this class. Anayo Joseph. Unmute your mic.
Yeah, good day, sir.
Yeah, good evening, senior man. Your voice like person on chop guru. C'était. Oh yeah, father.
Hello, Chabuga.
Oh yeah.
Okay, only the particular side I'm really familiar with is the installed app, where before you can install app, where you
wait,
register your.
Just hold on. You see, I feel so bad that, oh God, wow. For this generation, you can simply go to ChatGTP and say, please explain Python Django project setting.py, all the code inside. ChatGTP will explain everything line by line for you. Hey. Okay. Now, wow. Anayo.
Sir?
Oh, yeah, fire down, brotherly.
Okay, the install app, where you register the app.
Okay, this place.
So that you'll be able to show, yeah. So like where you register cohort there. So you'll be able to, when you show it on the, when you are trying to show it on the web, you'll be able to get the system will acknowledge it from there.
So what if you do not register it? Well,
it will not, there's no way it will show on your, it will not register, the system will not acknowledge, the Django will not acknowledge it. When it comes to
what error are you going to get?
App.
What error are you going to get?
It will not show. Okay, the error. I don't know the particular word I'll use, but from the main project from your main project app, it will not locate the directory or something like that from there.
Go and read more about the store app, please. Yes, sir, please. Go and read more about the store app.
Okay.
What people read more about this? Okay, next person. If you leave the class, I will know you. I know you, all of now. Chinedu Mbachu Ugochukwu. Chinedumba Chukwuchukwu. Or Mutiamak, sir. Oh yeah, let's go.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, greetings. Which one can you explain in this code? Because if you are watching my video, you will not tell me that you cannot explain anything here. If you are watching my video, it's obvious that people don't watch the video. Please, sir, I dey wait now. No wait my time. Which place can you explain here?
Okay, let's go to anywhere, sir. Let me try.
Okay, let's start from top now. Start from here.
Okay, from the path library, we import paths. Then we import OS. The OS is more like a system operating system, the operating system that helps us to access the paths. Then the base directory, we assign a path to the file
Okay, it's okay.
that
It's okay.
we
You
store.
tried. You tried. Okay, let's go to the uh to the so next person, please indicate. Okay, what I will do is that I'll call by cohort. So I will not call randomly. I know the code that I will find first because me I need money. Well, Tina won't do now. What the code I won't call now? So code which code will this? Okay, let have this cohort to go and explain to us briefly. All right, code 13 member, 31 member. Are you there? Any code 31 member here? Code 31.
Yes, sir, we are
We,
here.
we are here, sir.
All right, please explain this page for me.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Looking at this the URL where you have the parts being imported. Because in here now we have a part called cohort list, which was created in the main directory. The cohort list was created in the main directory. So this is where you call the cohort list. You import everything that is inside the list, and it will come here. That's from the line 2. It shows from views, import cohort list, because it's already in there. So you import it from you import it from the views to come here, because without it being in the views, you'll not be able to import it here. And without you calling it as what import cohort list from views, it will not be able to what import. Now the other part here, the downside, we're saying that's line 9. It's saying parts cohort. You have a string. That's when you're importing it as a string. That's the cohort's name. It's you're importing it as a string, the cohort's name. Now cohort, then the name cohort, that's the name, the more like a class. Let me use the word a class. If that is not called as the cohort, it will not appear. Then the line 10,
I
this one
don't
is
understand.
being called as integer.
Augusta, I don't understand. The way you're explaining this, I can never understand forever and ever. I will never understand. It's okay. It's okay. See, you guys have a lot of work to do. I have to be honest. I have to tell you the truth. My own is to try and give you much I can. Your own
So
is
I
just
might not be able to explain it, but I understand. I understand what's going on here. I understand what's going on here. Perfect.
okay, no problem. Thank God you understand. See, you guys have a very long way to go. I have to be very honest. These are the things that you can um, explore by yourself and read. There are a lot of Google have their own GTP now, AI, which is give me now, give me now. What's they call themselves? Like AI now. where they have
Gemini.
autopilot. Yeah, what's the name?
Gemini.
Gemini. Yeah, Gemini, right? They have Gemini. They have ChatGPT, and you can't even under. Oh God, my God, my God, my devil, God and devil together. Didn't that happen? Yeah. Oh, wow.
That it's very easy. We can easily use the AI to do that now. But we just want to, from our own understanding, explain the way
No,
we can.
no. See, not use this AI and do it. These are things you can do by yourself. I didn't say come and use AI and do it. These are go and read it, learn, use the AI, learn this thing, understand why it is there. It is. Ah, let me start this class. I don't waste much time. Okay, what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to first create a virtual environment, or I can still use this virtual environment, right? So let me use this virtual environment. Um, then I will create a new Django project, right? So very important. I have to create a new Django project. So what I will do is to test if my pip is working on this man. I'll just say pip pre list. If I didn't receive any error, that means it's working. So wait for it to come up a little bit. Okay, let me just close up all this ones then. All right, let me just close up all this. All right, our pip is working. So what I'm going to do here is virtual. Remember, we've already installed the virtual environment. So if you want to install virtual environment, what you need to do is pip what? Pip install what? Install what? Virtual what? Env. Then you
Virtual ENV.
yes. So when you enter, you install this so that you can enable or create virtual environment. So you don't expect me to teach you what is virtual environment. We've done that already, right? So next is to call the virtual environment, then passing, I can see a blog, right? The name of the virtual environment, then I enter. Now I'm having an issue. Now look at the issue I'm having here. You see the path is not recognized, right? So when this issue happens, it means that everything is working fine. We did pip, which means pip is installed. Virtual environment is installed, right, on our pip. So if that the time we call pip lists, we saw some things that come in and notice that okay, this man is installed. Now, what is the problem that when we try to call virtual environment, try to install virtual environment, and then we are having virtual environment, the term virtual is not recognized. So what we can do for the system to recognize it, you can call Python, can call Python slash slash m, right? Then we can call virtual Python slash m, can call virtual, sorry, virtual nv, then you call block. So when you try to use virtual, it's not working, then call the Python, then call slash, then this virtual nv, and then you enter, right? Okay, so this work for us, right? Then I asked us, we notice a new virtual environment has created. Do you want to select the virtual environment workspace? If you have this message, you can click on yes, right? It automatically selects the workspace for you. So if you didn't receive this message, right, you can just go activate a virtual environment. It's going to definitely work. Or you can come here. If you didn't receive any this message and they look at here, you can see that the virtual environment has been selected, right? You can see that this virtual environment has been selected, right? So you can click this place to select part. This is just like select interpreter. You can select any virtual environment here, but we are good with this, right? This is the virtual environment we want to use, so we can leave it the way we want. In a situation where you don't see anything like this, right? So you come here to this setting, right? Then click the setting and then click command pilot.
Palette.
Now click on command pilot and click on it. Then type interpreter. So the thing enter by itself. Let me remove it and come here again. So you can see my interpreter is here. You can see Python interpreter. Look at it here. Then we'll include Python interpreter. If your virtual environment is not here, you can open and click on browse. Then when you browse, we are going to look for the part where we created our install our virtual environment. I think mine is here under this thing is Django main class. Open it. Then the virtual environment that we created, which is block, open it. Then come to this script. Open the script. You can see where we have Python. Have you seen it? You can see this is our virtual environment that we created. So we can come here, then come to scripts. Oh, I've made mistake. Oh, sorry, I used the wrong one. So I have to go back again. I'm supposed to use Python, I use pip. So I can come here and choose this. Look at it here. You can see it. Script python.py. Make sure say it end with the extension python.ase. So that's a part. All right. So that's how you can choose your part, and we are ready to start using our Python. So what I also want to do here is that I want to show another way. If you don't want to use this man, right? If you don't want to use this man, there is another way of doing this. If you want to use this man, so the best way of doing this is you can use command line. You know, if you want to prove that you're a big boy, you want to confuse some people, you can use command line to run as a server for yourself. Then you can what you can do is that you want to use it to run, let it be running your Django server, right? You can do that. So if you don't, in case you don't want to use this, you don't really feel like you must use this. No, don't definitely don't need this. So what I can do is to come to my okay. So I need to first of all come here um, to review where my folder is this place. Then inside here I can come to the top here and click. Then this is the part. Copy this part and come to your VS Code. Then CD, enter. Right, you can see where we are. So you can try to what's the called VPWD or what? How they tell the share self list, abi? That's not list. I don't know to see all the files. What's the command self? Can someone remind me in this?
LOS.
Eh?
LS.
LS. That's what I use now. It's not working. I think that should be. I've forgotten. So let me clear. So CLS. So what I'm going to do here is that to CD in blog, right? Blog. So this is what we have here, right? So yeah, I can call script then slash activate activate. So I'm having issue like the part. So let me see the back. So let me just call the block, then slash activate. So slash scripts, just slash scripts, then forward slash activate. So we enter. So we have
Look, why not do dir to check the directory what you have in there
okay, yes,
first?
dir, yeah, directory. God bless you. Yeah, why we coupon twins this year. All right, I think that's what we're supposed to do, right? To check to check our virtual environment. So that's what we're supposed to do. You can see when you put the arrow, you look at, we have inside block. So we are currently inside block. Then if you type scripts, script then slash activate, enter. So you can see we've been able to activate the virtual environment, right? So you can even decide to put the activate, then to deactivate the virtual environment. So let me just clear CLS to clear, right? So there arrow to check the directory. So we are currently can do cd back dot to go outside the directory, can do there arrow to also check the directory. So we have a blog, which is the virtual environment we created. So we can see all these things on our VS Code, but if you want to do big boy, I'm saying in case you want to confuse some people and I want to do big boy. So let me CLS clear. So let's cd to blog, or you can cd to blog, then scripts. You use is it backslash, then activate. But if you are in Django, if you are in VS Code, you use forward slash activate. All right, so we have this as activated. So what we are going to do here first is to come out from here. Then I want to install Django, right? We can say pip. Also, before then, let's check pip freeze, to check list of package we have installed in our Django. So the pip freeze will check the list. You can see it's not showing anything, it's showing empty. That means our virtual environment is empty. So let's do pip install Django. So I want to install Django 5.0, not the latest one, or 4.1, anyone at all. So enter. So wait for it to come up. If you have beer, you can be drinking your beer and wait for the man to quickly install. So we've installed Django, and we installed Django. It's still installing. It's still be done in a moment. Oh, so let's hold on a bit. So let's just hold on a bit. If you have any question during the line, during my teaching, you can ask me. But everything that happened now, actually put the whole this thing. Let's hold on a little bit. I don't know why it's taking all this time. Oh yes. Okay, he has done. The thing has done installing. So it has done installing. So what we are going to do is we are going to do pip freeze. All right. Let's check that. I'm doing this now. I teach big boys class. It is. All right. Let's clear this. Sorry, TLS. All right. So, to create a Django, project. So you can say Django admin, right? To start what? Start a project. So the name of the
Project.
project is blog sites, and then we enter. So that has been created. You can ls drat dr. Sorry. So you can see that we've created a blog sites. Blog site. Okay, this is the blog site, right? So you can come here and say cd into blog sites. All right, let's try to check the directory. You can see inside you have manage.py. So you can call python manage.py do I run server. And people don't understand what they teach this night. See which this guy landed again. What is wrong with this guy? So this thing is running. This is another way of doing it. So I don't want to continue here. So let me close. Let's go back to the one we are familiar with. All right. I hope you understand all I did. So we come here. You can see that inside here we have. So what I can do here is I can rename this man so that we will not have conflicting issues here. So don't rename this one. Just rename this guy. So you can use that block folder. So then the main man is this guy. So let's see inside this man. So we are going to do cd inside blog folder. All right, then you can have access to all this information. So you can see that this one was actually created by Django. So let's run our server. Python manage.py run server. Come, okay, remove this guy with the I beg, help me remove that guy. Help me remove that guy with the all night. I beg. All right. So, all right. So let me copy this. All right. So we can come to here, then enter. So you can see that we've created. Congratulations, your Django has successfully installed. Imagine that I installed 5.0. Okay, they are giving me 4.0. It can never be well with people. Update this page, okay? All right, it's okay, it's fine. It's 5.0, it's not 4 points. Don't mind them. Don't mind what they wrote here. All right, so what we are going to, where is this? Why are we here? All right, so what we are going to do, so when it comes to blog sites and it comes to via URL, so is this page is what that displays as a 84th page, right? So we are going to see how to remove it. So the first thing we are going to do first is to create some pages, right? So we are going to create some pages. Those pages we are going to create them. So those pages we are going to create, we are going to create home page in our blog site. We are going to create the home page. We are going to create the home page. Then we are going to get the home page. So what we are going to do is mm, so how many home page are we going to create? I'm going to create the home page. We are going to create let's say about page. We are going to create contact page based on what we have here. So let's quickly check the blog. Let's check the blog. So this is the blog, right? So when you open this blog, we are going to create about us. I want to create post. So this post now, I'm going to even remove this and change this to something else. So we are going to create this page details view where they can view the page dynamically. So that's what we are going to do. And so let's quickly go and do that. So we come to our Django. The first one I are going to create is an app. So let's create an app. Here I can come here and break my server. So Python manage.py start app. So I'm going to create home, right? So home. Immediately I create the home. I've created the home application. I have this my file. So let's move into view immediately. So inside the view, I'm going to define a function. So the name of the function will be home, the first letter, home page, home, block home. Let's use block home, block what? Home. So inside here, because it's actually a website we can access through browser, so we pass in request, right? So inside this request, the request is not well spelled. Request, then so the reason why I'm passing this request is because it's a browser stuff, so we need to get it on the browser. And then here I'm going to put a function, a way to write a function in Python. Then here I'm going to return. Let's I'm going to return. So I'm going to return some. Let's say we're going to return a template, right? So we want this information to be in a template, like an HTML page, right? Because it's a home page. So yeah, I can say return and then call the render, return what render. They are passing what we call requests. So the reason why I'm passing requests here is because as you're sending it, they're going to ask you requests. I think I've explained this about the request, right? Request and response, right? When you send data, if you send data here, you're sending requests because in the browser you're going to type in something, which is request. So we're passing request here. So inside this request, put comma, then we pass in, let's say index.html, right? So inside that index.html, we are going to create the view. We are going to create what? The view next. We are going to create the view. Sorry, the URL, right? So let's create the URL. So inside the home, I'm going to create a URL. I'm going to create a URL. So inside our home, I'm going to make sure that I create a URL, right? So we are going to do that. All right, so we are going to come here and create a file here inside the
Sir,
view. Yeah,
sorry to disturb. The
yeah.
HTML you typed in the view is not correct. Check it.
Okay, thank you, my brother. .html. All right. So let's create a URL, right? So create a URL. So in this home page, which is our app, I'm going to create urx.py, urx, not URL, to enter. So inside this place, we are going to import path. So a path is just like the way you are working with HTML, right? So HTML, we have source, right? Source is a part to your image, right? So we are going to import from Django, uh, from Django dot URL, import what path. You don't need to cram all this. It will flow. Just that if you want to type HTML, do you need to think about the HTML? No. If you want to type let's say you want to call background in HTML, but before you have to think, you go and check it somewhere. So it is also better you don't cram it. It will flow as you are working, right? Even though you don't know it, check Google. You will know it. How to import part, you see it there, but it's going to flow, right? Even myself, I know how to be all of them. I'm still learning. So now when we import this part, what I'm going to call here is URL word pattern. So this one is already here. You enter. So these are the list of URL. So know that of a list. So when we talk about list is not one thing, right? List can collect a lot of information. So for us to be able to communicate with this URL, we are going to come here and call from the file where we save this man is inside view. So this man is inside what? Inside view. We are going to call from view. Let me be doing it like this so that it will be a bit fair for everybody. All right. Yeah, fantastic. All right. So what I'm going to do is that um going to take this here. So inside this view, now, right? I'm going to import. If you come here, you can see where this view is, right? Inside the home, and this file also is inside the home. So I'm going to call from dot view import what home, right? Import blog, which is this view that we have here. Have you seen it? This view that we have here. So what we are going to do here is that when we come to our parts, then we put part. Now when you put this part, when you have something like this home, right, what it means is that when somebody want to access our website, they can say skyline. Okay, let me use comment. Say skylineict.com/ then home. Are you getting me? You can give us /home, can take us to what? To home, right? So that is what this slash is all about, right? So yeah, I can come here and put comma, and inside this comma here, I will call the view, which is this man. It means that whenever you type this page, you should call on this page, which is the view. Remember when we are learning, I told you that Django uses what we call what? The MV word T, which is a model template view, right? So model template view. So that model template view, it gets information from the URL and then pass it to the what? The view, the view that will the view in charge of handling the logic, right, of whatever that happens here. Then yeah, we don't have database, so it will take the person to the what? It will return the person to this place in that.html whenever they type in this URL. So for us to do that, we need to call this block here. Then we call here and call the block, then comma. Then you also need to call what we call the name. So this name will not make sense for us, but it will make sense very soon. This name, don't bother, is going to make sense very soon. So I don't need to explain what this thing means, but it's going to make sense very soon. The next couple of minutes, it's going to make sense for us. If you are communicating, say communicate, mute your mic. Don't say it outside. All right, because you will not distract me. Okay, now when we come to the browser, like I remember I told you something. If you come, just for instance, we have skylineICT.com/home, you are going to get into this man, right? So let's try that out if that will actually work. So we come to our view. So this is a Skyline ICT. Let's try home and see. Okay, we need to run our server. Our server is not running. I've seen the reason why I need to run server. So you need to run server so that you can test your application on local. So run server. So when we run the server, we can then come here and enter. So now when we click here and enter, now look at what is actually happening. The reason why we're getting this error is because of this. When you come to this man here, you come to site, come to setting. So inside setting, you scroll down, you can see where we have what debug. So whenever we have this debug and we have error, what's going to happen is that the debug will explain what we want to do and what error they were having, and it will not give us a hint of what we are looking for, that this thing you are looking for is not there. Look at the list of things that are there. Now that's what we're having this error, right? So because of this man is debug, but we want to deploy, put this man to false, so the hacker will not know all your listening. Put this man to false, so the hacker will not know all your links in your website, so don't use it against you. So it's very important. So if you look at here, they say page not found. Now they are telling us that in our site.url, right, which is our project.url, we have what admin. That means whenever you type something here, it doesn't go to the app URL. Are you guys with me? It does not go to this URL first, right? Is that what's happening? It moved to this what? It moved to the project URL. If you understand, give me thumbs up. So that's why we are having this issue. If you don't understand, please mute your mic and tell me I don't understand. Please, very important. It will not make sense that you are coming class and then you are not getting understanding anything. So remember, whenever I type in this information, you try to access this URL. Remember, the URL that we are trying to access is this one that we created, right? So now, but whenever we call the URL, it first of all access this man. It first of all run this app URL. So that app URL is like your first URL. Then when you run this URL, it will then, if whatever that is there is corresponding, will then run this. So it's telling us that in our URL, we only have what? What do we have here? Only have what? Admin, right? And that admin that we have is this comrade here, right? This comrade that is inside this man. So what we need to do is that we need to tell the URL, we need to tell Django project, which is this URL, that we have app that we've created, right? And that app we already have URL. So we need to add that URL in our Django. Are we together? Do you understand? If you understand, gives me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right. So, all right. Okay, fantastic. It's like only two people that understand it. Green, Jasper Green and the guy. All right, you teach other people. Okay, now what we are going to do is very simple. So we are going to go back to the site URL because Django is asking us question. And what question is it asking us? Right? Django is telling us that this URL that you are calling, we cannot see it. It's only this one we can see. So let's go and link our this. So this is the URL on our setting. So come to setting. This is the URL on our setting. So let me close this so we can have more this. So we scroll down a little bit. Yeah, you scroll down a little bit in our setting. This is the URL. So inside here, I'm going to call the path, and inside that path, I'm going to call a path, right? So can be let me say a block, right? Then inside this block, I'm going to put comma. Then I'm going to put slash because you're going to put slash because this is a primary app because it goes directly to this man. So let me close coming. Let me open this man and then close this guy. All right. So when I call this man, this is what's going to happen. It goes directly to what? To this man. So let me, all right. It goes directly to this man, right? So now what I'm going to do here is that I want to include my blog URL. which is the URL that we created there. So that whenever it comes here and it will search the path, and then it will immediately call this particular URL, and the URL will not send information to the view. So what I'm going to do here is that I come here slash call what include, right? So to include is used to include something that we will learn more about include, right? So what we are going to do here is that we call the include. Then inside this include, is a function, so we put it as a string. We are going to call the name of the app. What's the name of the app? Is home, right? Then dot this blog, dot this URL, which is this URL that you are seeing here, right? So we call this app dot this URL. So when it comes, he will see this man and then take us to this place. When it comes to this place, move to this file folder and look for if there's any man inside here, right? Now let me do something. I'll call home. Then inside this home, I'll call home dot URL, right? So home dot what dot URL. Make sure the name here and the name here, which is URLs, right? They all work together. So this is what we have here, name dot URL. So let me break my Python server and then run the server again to make sure that everything is running perfectly well. So everything is running well. So let's go to the Python and try to see how we can run this. So I call the blog. Now if I go home now and try to call the home, let's see what's going to happen. So let's reload and call the home now. Now this time around we're not having only one, we are having what we are having two, right? Now we are having blog slash. So right now it's still telling us that, see, I don't come here, I can't see any information. Now why do we have this blog? Now this is what our URL will look like. We come to skyline.com/blog. So if you call /blog, right, now what actually happening here is that this man will now move into this guy with this URL, now come to this URL. If we find that it's a part, if there is no part, it will display the first part, the part that's anyone that don't have part, right? That's part. So if you go and call this man, let's go and put /blog and see what's going to happen. So the reason why I'm telling you this so that you will know. So let now call blog. Now when we call blog now, I want you to look at this URL here. It's only two, right? Let me call the blog. Now when I call this blog now, it's telling us what page, not found. Now remember that we are calling this blog, right? Now look at this blog we are calling. It's telling us what page not found, right? Now if you have now it's telling us page not found, but it's telling is what we are seeing here is what is blog home and what and name. So it's telling us inside blog is not just empty, but we have a part called what home. Are you seeing it? It has a part called home. That means if we are using our Django, we have this kind of setting in our Django. So what we need to do is, if we want to access this part, what we need to do is our skylineic.com/blog/what home. That means if you have your Django setting here. So what happens is that when it comes here, the Django will look for this directory and call this directory home. So what you need to do is come here and put what and put home, right? So when we put home now, look at what we are having now. Now we're no longer having URL issue, but it's telling us template does not exist. It means that template we are using, Django does not recognize that template. Django cannot even find that template. So remember, we have not set up our template yet. We are still configuring our URL. Now, for me, I don't like using this. It's not conventional. I don't like using this. So what we are going to do is that, let's say you want to make this part a home index of this block, right? So what I'm going to do is that you remove this man, it become empty. Now you don't need to put this part again. You can only put this part if you have another let's say another URL that have part like home, right? Like home, you know, so okay, you need to put what? You need to put the parts, right? But we don't have any, and I want this one to be the home page, right? The index of this particular block. So what we are going to do now, the site will now be access what like this /block. So let's move there and do what /what. Come here, remove this home and put block. So if we remove block, it takes us to what? To the index what /what HTML. So telling us so sometimes let's leave the part of HTML and let's try to use normal response what's that called it? Normal response directory. So what I'm going to do is that so that I can see what we are having. I come to this view. Let's close this and then
HTTP response.
yes, exactly. So we call the I will comment on this. All right. So here I will call return capital letter
HTTP response.
TTP capital letter response, right? So inside this response, I will now put something like right up and say welcome to my home, right? If we go back to that home and we reload
So you didn't import the response.
now,
So
now
now
if we reload, look at what we are having. Response is not what? It's not defined. And then when you scroll down here, you click on this man, you see that okay, look at the line where we're having this issue inside view. Now this is actually made possible custody of debug equals to true. If you don't have debug equals to true, there's no way you can track where the error is coming from. Now I can see that the debug equals to true is telling us, see, oh, this Mr. Man, the error you're having is what? Is what? Now, if you don't understand the error, now every Django error have what types, right? You don't have a exceptional location. So location where it's coming from is inside view line 6 in what? In block what? Home. So this will help you to break down the error, to know where the error is coming from. Now the problem we're having here is that we need to import HTTP response. So that means in Django, they are in Python, they are function that you want to use or class that you want to use, they are not inbuilt. So you to use it, you need to do what? Import. I know I'm taking my time. Like I say this class can last up to 2 o'clock. So for those that are strong, let's sit here and learn. I don't need to be closing the class early again because I don't have time. So yeah, I can come here and say from Django dot HTTP import HTTP word response, which is this man. You can see earlier now we have a yellow line, right? It means that everything is fixed. Then you can go back there and then enter. So when I enter, you notice that we have what? Welcome. Now when you see here, when you come here, you notice whenever you type this, we no longer get the Django default page. It's no longer working, right? It's no longer working. And if you want to write a code that will make this default page, our own code to have a default page, we can go back to the Django URL, which is the URL you are seeing here, right? Scroll down this URL. Then when you come there, remove this and leave it empty. So that means when you remove this and leave it empty, this part here, let's call the view, let's call the part, let me open it. All right, it's okay. Let me close this one too, so I can have more space to code. Let me move this and close this part. All right. So when you come here, it means that this part automatically become the what? The home page. Now you don't longer access this thing like this. Now when you come, you don't longer put anything here. You're no longer putting blog, right? It becomes the home page. So when you come here and you enter, it becomes what? The home page. So this is our home page, right, of our application. So I can come here and if I create anything like any folder here. I can come here. Let's say I created this and put slash home page. So this is how we can set up our URL. And I think I don't need to explain this again. With this, we can understand what URL does. Okay, let me move to templates. Is that understand? Any question? I will not explain this like this again. No. Any question? All right. Accent of question. May we fire down. All right. Okay. URL is done. Next is template. All right. So let's move to template. Right. If we are moving the template, so let's go back to. I'm done with this, so I'm going to close this for now. I'm going to call another. Sorry, I'm going to call another view. Let's go back to view, then move into this. All right, let's close this. So the reason why I'm doing this so that I can be seeing two screen as I'm coding here, I'm explaining. All right, so let's go comment this one and then go and comment this back. All right, so let's go back to our home and then we have this. All right, so what we have here is what we are having error, template does not exist. So what we are going to do is actually very simple. So now I told you the two way to add template in your Django is to add one on the app level and on the project level, right? One know how to do on the app level and on the project level. Don't know, go back and read watch our previous videos on how you can achieve that. So then uh on the when you come here, what I can do is that I come to the project level. So this is the app level. I'm not doing it here. I'm doing it on the project level, right? So this is the project level, not inside here, please, not inside the project setting. So, but inside this folder, right? Inside the where you have the home. So because I want all my apps to have use one template. So here I can come here and what I will do is to come here and then uh, create a folder. I can say template, right? It doesn't necessarily need to use template. We can use any name at all. So this is the template. So you can see where it is in the same level, folder level with your app. Then I want to create the index. So let me say if I want to use a directory, different directory, or I want to leave it as an index, can come here and create index.html, right? Then I enter. So inside this index.html, remember the last time I told you that if you want to work in with Django, you need to install a package called what? Auto Django that can help you recognize Django package, right? If you have not installed the Django, Auto Django, not the Auto Django, sorry, not Auto Django, Django syntax, sorry, apologies, please. We are going to install this Auto Django. In fact, we are going to install this Auto Django too, so we are going to use it. So here, you can see we have a Django syntax. So if you have not installed this, make sure that we've installed this syntax. So let me close all these things back and then close this man, right? Go back to my stuff, bring this one back a little bit, then come here to close this. All right, then close this too. So close this too. All right, so here I'm going to change this thing from Django to HTML. You can see, look at it here, look at my mouse, ping. All right, click there and put HTML, right? Then here I'll call this, and then what I can do here is bring this one back so that this man not going to block me. So I will say, yeah, we'll have each one. Welcome to my home page, right? So after I've done this, right, I've created this, then I need to tell my Django project that, oh, Oga, I don't create template to, oh yeah, I want me the template serve as all my application, right? All my file. So you come to this setting, open project site, then open setting. So I'm going to close this. Yeah, then close this too. So let me duplicate this so you can see both of them together. So when you do this, you scroll down to, remember I've not registered the app. My app is still working, right? I'll tell you when you need to register the app or else it will not work. Are we together? So when you do this, then come back down here. So if you don't register your app, it doesn't mean the app will not work. But when you want to do more things like talking with database directly, you need to register your app or else it will not work. So note that. We will know why it will not work. So you will not create your app, quickly go and register it. No. You don't do things in programming because everybody is doing. You know why you are doing it. And everything I've been doing here, I am most telling you why I am doing this thing. Very important. So what we are going to do here, Chidima, Chichibeke, Chimu, are you there? So you don't sleep.
I'm there, sir. I'm there, sir.
So you go, I go drop my corporate account or saving. Which of them?
No wahala.
Saving or corporate?
Any of them.
Okay, no problem. So what I'm going to do here is that we are going to call the folder name, which is this this template. Now, but I cannot just call this folder name. When you scroll up here, you notice that in Django have a directory called path. So what this path is actually doing, remember I explained this in the last class. I said this path is going to work to the parent folder, which means it actually coming here. So this path connect us to this man, this to get anything here. So anything that we need from our Django, anywhere in our Django app or Django project, we just need to call what? Base. We import the base, then call what? Call that base, right? So that's what we are going to do. So why this particular part is relative, right? It's actually relative. So let's scroll down and then come to this. So this particular one is to allow your template in the app based what level. So this is the app based level, which means you need to come here and create template. We've done that before. So we are doing the project level, which is global, right? So yeah, I can come here and copy this and then comma. I put in my templates, which is this template that I created. So templates, right? So make sure says okay. So this is all what we need to do, and then make sure that you have the index.html. Then close this man. Let's come here. This is not our index, so we come to the home here and try to check the home. So inside the home, we make sure that whatever we are doing here, inside the index.html, you have the index.html here, right? So let's run our app. Make sure that everything is working fine. Make sure that every thing is working perfectly. So if you have any error, we can see go and fix the error that we're having. So let's wait for our Django to quickly run. All right. What is happening? Okay, Django. Okay, we'll go back there. Then let's try to reload.
Use Control C to break it.
So when you reload, you notice that we are having welcome to what? To my home page. So now that's what it's done. So let's try to work with static file, right? Let's try to work with what? Static file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the CSS to add the background here. So what we are going to do is very simple. So let's say come to Django, static, right? Static file from here. All right, so we are going to call with the Django file, right? So inside this this when we come here now, how to manage Django statics file, such as image, JavaScript, and what, and CSS, right? So when you scroll down a little, so it says you make sure that this particular file is included in statics file. That's the first thing. The second one is what, define what they call a static URL, right? So you should define this. All right. Then when you define that, so let's go back to and do the first step and the first one. So we are done with this, right? We are done with template, right? We now understand what template does, right? But only template is just like normal raw HTML. So we need to add JavaScript and what, images and whatnot, right? So let's quickly do that. So what we are going to do is to close this man. Close this man. We are done with this. Let's go and close it. Then what we've been working with now is setting. So we need to go back to that setting. Click, go to setting, close this. Let's drag this to this side. Then close this. Then close this so they can have more time to work. So inside this our setting, what we are going to do according to the instruction given by Django, not by Skyline. So if you have any issue, please go here. First is to make sure that I have this. Second is to make sure that I have this. So let's confirm if we don't have these things already. So we go to install app and they say we're going to have statics, django.country.statics files. Then we scroll down here. You are going to see that I have the static URL. They even provided some link for you that you can even use and read more about it. So next thing we are going to do is to scroll down. So in your template, you use the static template to build the URL for the given. So in your template, if you want the static to look for the file inside static, you are going to use what, load what, static. Then if you want to link image, you call the source the static, then the path to that image, which we are going to learn all in today. So you said store your static file in a folder called static in your app, right? For example, if you have your app, inside your app you have statics. If you are calling this part now, you have statics, then you have this. So regardless, so now another thing, if you want to say, if your project will probably also have static assets, that means if your project will have asset like the way we have here. Now look at the way we have here, we have asset, we have CSS, we have JavaScript. That means if you're having multiple static files, right, not just one, so you need to do this, right? So they said your project would probably also have static assets that isn't tied to a particular app. That means not just for a particular app, in addition to static file directly inside your static, you can define this. Now, this time around now, Django will no longer look for any project inside this static, right? Remember, they say we should put it here. They can use any name here, right? Inside this static, then call any name, but this thing need to be on the same directory with your Django file, right? So what we are going to do is that let's go back and do this one. I think that will be the only one that we need to do. uh okay, this one is for image, so this one is for, it said starting the rest of your URL. Okay, this one for image and 30 when you want to deploy. So let's go back and finish up all this issue, right? So what we are going to do, the last one we are going to do is what? This. So let me recap again so that you understand. All right. Step one is check this is okay. Step two, check this is there. Then step three is come to this step three, right? Then so let's go back to the Django what's it called? Django Kiniko. So in that Django scroll down to Django. So where you have this static file, so I'll decide to do it here. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come here and create a static file. So you don't necessarily need to be static because we are using a Django directory, right? So I can come here. Remember, inside this folder, in the same folder where you created a template, right? So what we are going to do is that we come here and I can call static files, right? Or any name, static files, right? So inside the static file, will create files or folders later, right? So because I want to use multiple folder here, I will come here and put static what? Static capital letter, please. Static files, right? Underscore DRS, right? So even though if you don't know the name, you can come here and copy, and copy and edit. So me, I don't like copying, like typing it. So because it is a list, right? You all know list is what contain many things. So we have list, not dictionary. So inside this list, I'm going to, because I want to access this file here, right? I'll then call what we call the base, right? Then comma, then passing um, um, this static file. So I can come here and copy in case if you don't want to make mistake, put it here, right? Put it static files, right? We have this as static file. So this is the configuration you need to do for static file. Then the next thing that we are going to do in our folder is that we need to create a file here. So let me create like let's create like a style or the this is files.css, right? So inside this file.css, I'm going to come here and call the body first. Let's say dot body. Oh, sorry, no dot body. So background color to orange, right? So if you even they go to the home page, right, and reload, nothing's going to happen. It's still there. So what I'm going to do is that I come to this man, right? If you come to Django, Django said you need to, for you to use this, you need to load what? Static, right? For you to use the static file, you need to load static, right? In your template, right? So, so in our template here, on the top here, you can say load load static. Now, if it's not working, come here and change to Django, right? Django template, which is it. Then come back here and say load what? You can see we have it here, load static, right? So inside this load static, then can then call what they call it. So change this thing back to HTML, so that I can
Link.
autocomplete. So change it to the HTML. So what you are going to do next is simple. So I'm going to call the link here CSS. So inside this link, I'm going to call the path. So if you want to link, remember we are connecting this from here, this path. Now, immediately we call load static, right? It is loading static. Now, what you are required to do, let's say you want to put this link here. What you are required to do is to call what? Static. static. So when you call static, immediately you call static, you are inside this folder, right? Immediately you call static, assuming that you are immediately you call this static, you automatically inside this folder based on this information you provided, right? So that means static file will look for, you go inside this directory and look for this folder. Are we communicating? You say communicate, 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 communicate. So when you call this static, it means that you are inside this folder. So we are not going to do this here, but we'll do it inside what? Inside this. So we'll come on, remove this man, and then we'll come here and call static. So change it to Django templates. So static, right? Inside this static, then I have files.html. So files dot css, right? So we have that file dot what dot css. So what this means that when they call this static, it comes here, right? If it is man in a folder, you just need to call the folder, then slash the name. So let's go back and try to reload again. I'll try to reload. So it's not working. So let's go back and check our. Now you can see telling us static file 404. That means it is not seeing our static word. Our static files.css is 404. It's not working, right? So we have to go back and try to.
Why not run server, sir,
No need to run
in
server.
the terminal?
Why are you running server? So we need to confirm that all the parts are working, right? So we need to confirm that okay, come in. All right, let's go. So now what I will do is that so what I can do here is that let me confirm that everything is okay. So here I have static files, then here I have files. So I have files FLIE files.css, then here I have load static. So
I think the problem is the code after the href.
sorry,
I think the problem is from the quotes that quote we are having after href.
which code is that?
That double quote after href in the CSS link.
No, it doesn't matter. If Django now, it's not giving us any error. If you put double quote here, definitely it will still going to work, or maybe it will not even work.
Outside.
No, it doesn't matter. It work. It's okay. Everything is okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine here. So load static is there. Everything is working fine. So let's check. Let's confirm our CSS. There is no issue. Let's confirm the body. All right. So everything is supposed to work fine. Let's try to reload that again and see. Okay, let's try to restart our app. Probably that's why. So let's restart the app first. So these are the things you need to check. Let's restart our app. But I don't think this app is the problem. So let's register the app because so if you want to restart app, you come here, put enter, then
put
this one. Okay, what's up with you now? We won't blind our ear. All right, move fire down. So let's restart our app to make sure that everything is working fine. So let me come here, home, then I'll pass in home here, home. So put comma. All right, so let's go back because it's telling us error 404 is not found. So let's go back there and try to enter this. It's not working. So I think it's not from our app. It's telling us not found, so it's not really from here. Right, so let's go and check something. Let's rename the directory. I think the problem is from the directory. Okay, this is where the problem is from. I think the problem is from here. Yeah, problem is from here. So let's leave it to static, not static. So let's also go and change this man to static. All right, this will fix the issue. So this is supposed to fix the issue. Static, and we have static here. So if it didn't fix the issue, we will explore that option. So let's try to enter. This did not fix the issue for us. So
Sir, how about you add the path, like add the folder where it's stored before
no,
the
it
file
doesn't.
itself?
It doesn't. It doesn't need to be so. Um. um don't know why. You can use trying to see why this is not working. Okay, let's check this again. Let's check this and know why it's not working. So what are we going to do next? So we need some time, man. Mm, mm, so let's check something here. So let's check something. So what I'm going to do here is, are you sure this our static directory is spread correctly? Static files underscore directory is spelled correctly. So what we can do, let's try to do something, right? Let's ignore this part. So let's use os dot paths dot paths. Try to use os dot. Okay, let's go import os. I think we need to import. Do we import the os here? Do we import it? Okay, we need to import os. Okay, let's import that. Import os. Okay, let's go down. Okay, so let's go down. Let me take this way. All right, so let's try this. Let's try another approach. So come here. All right, so inside here we put os dot paths path dot okay dot join. All right, so inside the join we are going to pass in basic directory. and then we pass in this file that is here, static. So even they give any other name, it's going to work. But however, let's see if that is not work. That is not going to work. All right. Okay. All right. So let's try again and see if that will work. That is not working. That means the problem we are having should be.
Hello, sir.
Why is it not working?
Can you hear
Sorry.
me?
Sorry.
I discovered something now.
Okay.
The
Let's try
part
to.
in the base, because we actually put it in the project folder, not
Sorry.
our app folder.
Sorry.
The static files directory you created below,
Mm.
it was meant for app folder. If you are creating the static file, it's meant for app. But if you are creating it in the global, I think it should be in the first parameter. We should use the first parameter, which is static URL.
No, that is not what's the problem. So that is not the problem. So let me try to do something. Don't know why. Let me try to do something. Static. Say URL not fine. It's not seeing this. So static. So why? Okay, let me go to Django and copy something because I don't really want to mess up. I don't want to mess up. The rest of your URL configure should be. I don't need that. So let's try to copy this to make sure that we don't mess up. Let me compare this with this. If it has a mistake, then we'll work on it. Because sometimes we're looking at it. Static. It's the same. So I don't think there's any mistake here. This is working well. Like this is perfectly working fine. Right? This is perfectly working fine. So let's check statics. So files. Let's go to our HTML and try to do something. So I don't really know where the problem is coming from. I have to be honest with you. Where the problem is coming from. Index, low statics. So yeah, we have statics. So I think we need to do some troubleshooting. Let's do some troubleshooting and see how we can find out what the error is. So it's not seeing this static underscore this. So let's try to break our server and run again. So let's have a new stuff and run this. But the problem is that we need to run this server. I think that's the problem.
That was what I showed you at first. You said no.
That's the problem, man. We need to run this server. So I'll remove this. Then let me go back to my previous code. Next time we'll try to run the server. So I also need to rename this place because static files. All right. So next time let's reset our server and it's going to work.
So I go tell me sorry.
Apologies, sir. All right. So I think let's name and restart our server. So we've learned that one now. Next time we start your server. So it's still working. So even though I have it as static here, You have it at this. So there's nothing we did. We didn't do anything. Still, the thing we did before is still the same thing. So just that we need to do some resetting, restarting our server, and before it works, and it is what it is. It works. So all right. So this is how you can add statics file. Despite we have some challenges, so it's normal when you are building backend. It's always like that. So this is usually a short person, even though you have 100 years experience. All right, so this is how you can do the static file. It's very simple. Follow this procedure. If you don't work, reset your server. Then if you reset your server, if it didn't work, make sure that you are doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, it didn't work, that means it's your village people. So let's, I think this is good. So let's move to more bigger project, right? So what I'm going to do here is that inside my template, I'm going to open this template, and then let's go back to the this thing, to the Django block that I have. So this Django block, I'm going to copy this, all this information. Going to copy and then come to here inside my templates. Let me get rid of this and then put this here. And see, the thing is, I create a folder and add it. If you want to add it here, no problem. If you want to create the folder and add it, still no problem. Because remember, this is a global this is, so I would suggest that you create a folder, create a folder, say blog. So move all the blog HTML there, so that it will not come and be having issue like that will be conflicting. So let's go and create all these parts for us. So to do this thing, what we are going to do is close this. We are going to come we're going to come to this, and then we already have home. Inside the home, and let me show you guys something here. Now listen. Let's say, let's do this in view, but you can also create a Python file here. So let me say I want to create a Python file for about us, right? I can come here and create about us dot py, right? So this is where I will write the about us logic. The view can still remain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and move into about us. All right, so write the function define about underscore us. They will pass in what request, right? Request. Then you put render, then what's the name? Okay, request, right? Request. Then here we put blog slash what about us dot html, right? So let's confirm the path if it's okay. Come here. Inside this block we have about us, right? Okay, so let's create another one too. Contact us, and also just copy and paste. Here will be contacts. You can even change this HTML. You can leave it so contact, right? So next, which one do you have again? We are going to have post. We're going to have post underscore list. So let me just copy and paste. If you think that this code is much, you can come here, right, and still continue writing. So here you can have post underscore what list. Then you can have call post.html. So here you can also come here and put blog, right? So post. So what next? What are we doing next? I think we've completed all this page. What are we doing next? What next, please? Who can tell us? Who can tell us what is next?
We should go and include that new
Is that?
about those people. We should go and include that part settings.
I can redo this.
We should go and include it in our part. The about
Okay,
us.
that to create a URL. You mean create a URL, right?
Yes.
We don't need to include in our part. It's not a project. It's not an app, but it's a file that we created inside here. So what we are going to do when we come here, instead of importing inside view, are you getting me? We are going to say from dot about us about import what, then those project that we created. I think we have about us, we have contact us, right? So inside here too we have view like what do we have here? Is it all post or waiting? Is it post list? Have you? We have post.
Post.
Yeah. So let's, so that we can be seeing it. So close this up. Close this up. So inside here, I'm going to get rid of this. Then I come down here, and I'm having parts. Then I'm having about underscore us. Then it can be any name. We have comma. Then what you're going to have here is name. Sorry, passing the view. Then name. Name. The reason why I'm having this name, because you need to put comma here so that everything can work. And name. Then we have about us. All right, so let's create the part for this too. A copy and paste, then put comma here, then change this one to contact, then contact. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Okay, so paste here. I'm having so what I want to work on next is the view. Let me close this. So I'm working on this next, this. So what I'm going to do is close this. So I'll call here post, then I will change this contact us okay. So here will be post underscore list. Here will be post list. All right, so you can see we've been able to create all the URL part here. So what we have to access this particular part is that you copy this man. Because of this particular then come to setting, then because of this man, this man here is a default, right? In the index. So you come to your and then slash to about call the path. So the path you are calling is this man. You are calling this man, right? About us. So this about us path come here, and now if you enter, we are having what? We're having issue like so this is the problem we're having. So let's go back and see what is the issue and how to fix it. So now if you come here and call about us, it's not working. So what we can do, um what we can do is when you come here and then we try to put slash, then let's see what's going to happen. And we'll try to put our slash. We are having template does not exist. So let's check why the template does not exist. Let's check the path. Okay, we are having a block index.html. So let's check the spelling very well. Block index. So let's confirm that. So let's confirm. Okay, index.html. So let's come back here and remove the part that we put earlier.
Hello, sir. You use contact us, but here it's saying contact.
Where does contact us? Yeah.
Oh, is it about us? Yeah, look at this. Contact us. That part.
This
There's a
place.
part you wrote contact us. Yes.
This place. Yeah, where did I use contact?
And the name too. And the name too.
Which
But
name?
yes, but the part that is called from the files, like the HTML, the index and the rest, it's written contact.
No, look at the one you look at. This one is the one that I'm talking to HTML. The render.
Okay.
Yes. So this one can be anything at all.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let remove this and let's try to enter. Okay, we are still having the same index.html, not one. So let's go back and try to do something. Templates blg. So let's explore and make sure that blog, and then we have index.html, post.html. So let's check that out. Okay. Blog index.html. So template name does not exist. Index. So let's try to I think this is the same thing now. So why are we having that? So let me do something. Just hold on, let me do something.
So do we need to add templates in the directory,
No,
like templates,
we
block?
don't need. Let me do something. So when I do something, then we can fix this issue. Let's come back here. We can fix this issue. So here we have index. So let's come here and try to remove that index. Then we can see how to fix this issue. If it works, then you can fix it. Okay, it works. So let's fix this issue now. It works. So let's go and fix this issue. So what we are going to do here, we are going to come to our setting. If we want to use all this, so come to our setting here. So inside this our setting, we also have the same issue. We may also have the same issue here, but however, let's fix this one first. So in the situation that are having this source issue, so what we are going to do here is that we are going to remove this, and then we can use os.paths so that I can join if there's any folder inside there. Are you getting me? You can join it, right? So if you are having issue, if you want to use a subfolder, you can join it. So let's put base, then comma, then put in our template. So this can templates X. So this can help fix this issue. So the reason why we're having this issue is because I think that we have a folder here. So let's try it. If it works, then we'll move it to another folder. So let's try to move this. Okay, this work. Then let's try to move it to another folder. Try to move this here to blog. They say we should move. Huh? Okay, good. All right, so let's come to this view and put blog slash. All right, let's try and see what's going to happen. That is not possible. So let's run again. So try and run this. Okay, it run. So it worked now. So we need to just quickly restart our server. So it works. So you can see the reason why we're having this issue. Please listen. The reason why we're having this issue because we need to join this. We need to make sure that we join this so that if you are having multiple directory, so we join it so that you can also see any directory that is coming in from here. So I hope the area of fixing a template has been done, but we have one issue. Please, the guy, mute your mic, please. We have one issue that we are facing, and the one issue that we're facing is that there is no CSS here, right? There is no what CSS here. There is no CSS at all. So what we are going to do is let's set up all the whole. So yeah, I come here and then slash. I put. So let's go to about us. Then let's copy about us. So we copy this and go to about us. So we can see about us is working. Let's try to see work with contact us. So contact us is working. Let's try to use post. So post is what is working. So what we are going to do next is to work on the statics file, right? Just work on the statics file. All right. So let's start with the home page first. Home page and index. So the guy, what are we going to do? The guy, what are you going to do, please? The guy.
Sir, we are going to load our static file.
Okay. After loading the static file, what next?
We have to link our CSS.
Have you copied the CSS? You need to copy the CSS and put here now. Right? So let's go and copy it. The guy are using ship here. This is not good. They are destroying our ear. Please mute your mic. All right. So click on desktop. Come to blog. So inside this blog, we are going to copy all the assets, right? Copy it. Then come to the templates, right? So these are our templates. Then let's move to our status file and then paste this here. right? So both the JavaScript is here, both the image is here. So what we are going to do is that we are going to come to the home, and then we start looking for one by one where we have all the statics file. So here we have the statics file. So come to the static, you can see we have the CSS. What you need to do here is simple. Call the word the static, right? Static. Okay. You can just shift, key space, call static. Then this is your static. So then copy this statics and then put inside here, right? So then restart your server. Restart your server. Then after restarting your server, come here and enter. Select come to home. Where are we doing it? Check. We are doing inside index. So inside home. So we come to home. You notice that we have this, right? So let's link other things. Let's link other things. So I want to also show you guys. I want to also show you guys an easy way to link your statics file. So you can see we have some statics file here. Now this one I will not link it. So let me show you the easy way of linking your statics file. Now instead of doing this manually, you can come here and install a package called Django. So this Django is a package you can use to do what? Automatically call your statics file. So he said to use the extension open prod and type blah 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 blah, right? So he said to use this extension. So what you need to do is to type in Windows, right? But in normal Windows, type Control Shift and P, then choose what? Auto Django, right? So to do that, to use the Auto Django, now I made it called Auto Django. All the static files will be filled up. So when I come here and click here, then call Auto Django. Make it call Auto Django. See what we have here. Auto Django has been added. Now you can see that you have added the statics file for you here. Now it will add statics file in all everywhere that we need to add statics file. So you can go manually and confirm that all of them is working. So let's check if there are any other playlist again that we need to add statics file. Okay, so you can see. So let's go back there and reload. So we have reload this, right? Everything is working, and then let's work on the image. I don't know why our image is not working. So let's check our image. Where is that header that have the image? Okay, now, okay, we need to also add static here. So what we are going to do, here is to also so we also need to add our static on this. So simple thing to do is very simple. So let's add static immediately. So to do that, can come here, can call all right. So what we are going to do is okay, so let's use, I think we should do it this way. static statics. So we copy all the URL, copy all the URL. So copy all this copy it and then put inside here. Okay, let me do this. All right, so let's try to remove one of this. All right, okay, I think it's working now. All right, let's check it out. So come here and try to reload. So you can see that we have this as our statics file. All right, so what we are going to do next, right? Now if you click here, you can see the HTML is not working. If you click here, the HTML is not working. All right, what we can do here is to see how we can link all the files together. Now listen very careful. We want to see how we can link all these files together. Are we communicating? So when you click here, it should take you to slash about us, right? So it should take you to this place. So let's go back. So when you come to this index, right? If you come to this index, you see where we have where do you have the link? Let's put this back to HTML. So inside the home, whenever I click on home, look at what it will take you to. If you go back to home, click on home, it will take you to this place, right? So let's go and link it using Django URL. In Django, that's what we call to link Django URL. So to link Django URL, it's very very simple, right? So it's very simple. So what we are going to do is that when you come here, right, I'll remove this man and then type URL and click. So when you click on this URL, let me bring this down so you can see it clearly. So when you click on URL, you notice that this URL, now this URL is actually put these two dots, will take you to this particular home page. Now when you come to view, you can see that this home page is this place, right? We want the user to direct them to this view, and when they come to this view, go to the URL. The URL of this view is what? Is this place. Now look at this name. Like I told you earlier, I said don't worry about this name, that we are going to come after this name. So this name you can only use it if you want to link, if you want to direct user to this particular view, right? So this place that we have home URL is where you pass in the name, which is this name here, this name, right? Or this name. So you call here and call the home, come to your index. The guy who communicating and call what? And call the home. I mean, don't sleep. So and call what? The home. Now when they call the home, right? So when they call this home now, let's go and reload and then try if it's going to work. So now when you come here and click, you see it will reload and take you to the home. Now let's also click on about us. Now to say same thing on about us, we can come to about us here and remove this man and put URL. So inside the URL, you come here and pass in about us, copy this, come to this, and then put what? Put your then and type about us. So you can come back here and then reload, then come here and click about us. It will take us to this place. So we are going to work on this later, but we'll see how to fix this. So don't necessarily need to be doing it manually. So the reason why Django is very robust is because you can use one home page and handle all this information. So we'll see how we can do it dynamically in Django. But let us finish up in handling it. So what we are going to do is that come here, URL, enter. Then I think I have contact us, right? So I have this here. Then let's use, oh, sorry, this is simple post. So let's copy this. Let you this will contact us, not URL. So put this here. All right. So let's come here and put post. So remember, this can be different from this. So they also need to be the same. All right. So put this here. So this is how you can link your Django URL. Come down, enter. So now we are having problem. So look at the error we are having. It says reserved, unreserved match. So reserved for not found is not a valid what, a URL pattern. So telling us that this particular name is not the URL pattern. So let's go and check what happened and see where we're having the error. So if you look at, we did not add I purposely did this. We did not add what's that called? The guy, can you confirm the error here? Tell us the error, where the error is coming from.
The quotes.
Quote. We do not add the quotes. So we need to add the quotes. We need to add the quotes. So so we are going to go back and reload. Notice that we have everything working for us. Now if you come here and click, you are still going to have an error, right? Come here and click, you're going to have an error. Now, this is it, right? The reason why Django is always very unique because of the dynamicness, right? So in Django, you can decide to use one. The guy, please scroll down. The guy, please mute your mic here. My ear is paining me. All right, thank you. So in Django now, you can decide to use one CSS code. Remember, all these pages, right? They run one CSS code, right? Including this man. So in Django, you can decide to use one CSS code to have what we call a global heading. Now, if you come here, this header and this header will be the same. But if you come to the normal HTML that we have here, right? In normal HTML, you notice that contact us have header, right? If you come to this head now, you notice that contact us have what? Have header, right? Have you seen it? All of them. Now, what we are going to do here is that to see how we can dynamically generate a header. So what we can do is to extend those header to every other HTML code so that we can use the same CSS, right? So that we can use, because it's all the same CSS we are using here. So we don't necessarily need to be working. If you are working on this one individually, that means any change we make on the header on the home page, we'll make the change everywhere. I don't know if you guys understand, if I'm making sense. Lawrence, Chidima.
Yes, 100%. You're making sense.
Okay. So what we are going to do now to be able to have a dynamic Jasper Green, I see you. To be able to have a dynamic so what are you going to do in this situation? Because even though we come here and let's think, even though we come to contact us and change the CSS. Now, if we need to go and work on all the web pages, which is a stress for us, right? So how do we get this information dynamic? Who can tell us? Hello? Okay.
I can go ahead, sir.
Okay, go ahead, fine.
Yeah. Extend that, we have to extend that part of HTML using a keyword called extend, a tag called extend. Then that extend has to have a block, which means the limits of the HTML we want to extend. So the starting point will be the extend keyword, while the ending point will be the block keyword. So with that, it will extend that area, that extract area to every other page you are using it.
Okay, that is fantastic. Like now, let's go to Django documentation because we are not the owner of Django, right? So whatever we are doing, I will refer you back to Django documentation, right? So that when you type Django template, when you come to this template, right? So we are going to be looking at some of Django. I think the last time we also look at Django filters, right? So when you scroll down to, let me remove this one, top. So scroll down to this top, you are going to see Django variable, right? Variables, and so uh, so let me come. You're going to see two Django templates. Click on the template. In templates, you have okay, we have variables, tags, filters, comments, right? So let me look at tags. So inside tags, we are going to look for some inside filter rather, or tag. This tag that I click on filter. So and that's one this thing we see that the table of context. Let me check that table of context there. Okay, let's say Django template tags and filter. So tags and filter. I think this will be fine now. All right, so good. This is where we are now. So inside here we have tags, right? So inside the tags, scroll down, we have extend, right? So and block. Let's look at block first. So click on block. Now it says define a block that can be overridden by child uh, um, template. So I'm going to explain this block, right? I'm going to explain this block, what block does for you, but just have in mind what you are going to do. So now what we are going to also do that when you call block, the block also an end block. So let's look at on the filter, let's look at another one called extend, right? So if we come to extend here, signal that this template extend to other parent template. So what this extend does is that, let's say you have a particular template that have your HTML files, CSS files, and you want another template to inherit the styling of that particular file. Right? Let's say I have a particular file called header.com, and header.com have like all my JavaScript file, my CSS file, and I want another files to inherit to use the same to inherit the file from header.css. So what I can do is that I can use it to do extend. So when you call extend, right, then it pass the name of the file where you are having that particular file, then using what code using code, then you call it right in the template. So that is how you can use extend. So this is how they use it. Yeah, extend. So let's try to use that extend. So what we are going to do here, are you guys with me? Are we together? Okay, fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, sir, we are here.
So what we are going to do here is that um, if you if you come to index, right? So inside this index, we have two files. So we have JavaScript, and then we have uh, let's say we have header. So what I want to do here is that let me save this as, right. So let me save this man as. So I can come here and save this index.html as. So I can say this should be header, right? Header.html because an HTML file already. So we have this as header, right? I can call it base or anything at all. So inside this header, I want this particular header file, which is this file, to only carry information inside my header. It's only information only inside my header, and then every other information inside my body. So I'm going to I'm going to copy this, and then every other thing inside my body, I'm removing them, right? So I'm removing every other thing inside my body, then I paste this alone, right? So then when I come here, I want to dynamically generate the title, because when it comes to home, let me show you. When it comes to home, or this, when it comes to home like this, you can see the title I have here, blog. Now, when you go back to home again, you will see the same title, but I don't want them to have the same title. I want it to be automatically generated. If you come to about us, to see about us. If you come to home, you see home, right? So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to call a blog. So a blog is like a container you can use to put a placeholder of a particular stuff. So that means when it's a placeholder, you can just come there and put the title you want by yourself. So yeah, I can come here and under this head and put blog. So inside this blog, any blog will have an opening and a closing, right, tag. So inside here, I can call title. So this name, title, then try to reload and make sure that everything is working fine. So title, so just put the title. So that means this title will be automatically generated. We'll see how we can generate this title. Then inside here, inside the body, because you want every other information to be inside the body, right? Inside the body here, you can see inside the body, if you want to like, let's say this contact us to inherit this header so that they can have the same CSS with that header. So what I'm going to do is that you need to come here and call the block. Inside this block, you just call the content, right? So it means that anything that inside this, anything that you inherit, right? If you inherit this particular header, if you want this header to work for you, you need to call this content, and every other HTML need to be inside this particular content. So this is all you need to do. Let's first of all start with the index.html. So we come to the index.html. First thing, we need to remove the header, right? Remove everything inside the header. Okay, let's do something. Remove everything inside the header. Can still leave this header. Can still leave this header, right? So everything inside the body should be at, right? So right, okay, everything inside the body should not be at. Sorry, yeah. So what you're going to do is that take off this, take this off. All right, so let's go and reload the home page. So you can see the CSS and the JavaScript is no longer there, right? So now if we want to inherit this CSS that is here, right? So what you need to do is to come here and scroll up. Then this is the time we need the word, the extend. So the extend need to be the first. Then the call extend. So this is the extend. So inside this extend here, you are going to call the folder name. So here the folder, the extend is inside, the header is inside the block, right? So you call the block send slash header.html, right? So let's go and reload and see the error that we're going to have. So when you reload this, you notice that nothing is showing. Now the reason why nothing is showing is because if you want anything to show, you need to call the extend and then put everything inside the body. So if you not put all this code inside the extend, like almost every code that is here, if you don't put inside the extend, every code that inside the body. If you don't put inside the extend, there is no way it can work, right? So every code inside the body you need to put inside the extend. So you don't need to put this body because you already have the body. So remove this body. Scroll down. You already have the body. Remove the body. Then what you are going to do, you are going to do is that come here and copy everything here. Copy everything. So copy. Then code block. Then put content. The same name. Then inside this content, you are going to press this, right? You are going to press all this information. So this is it. So let's go back and reload, and then reload. Now if you reload, I notice that we have those information back. Now we are getting this information through what? Through extend. So make sure that everything is working fine. Then let me work. If you notice here, you can see that there's no title, right? There's no title. So let me work on the title. And to get the title, if you recall back here, inside the title here, we have the word, the title, right? We call the extend and pass the title. So what we are going to do here is come here inside this place, call the title. Let me call the HTML. Let me convert this to HTML so that you can have enjoy the HTML generated. So title, oh, HTML. So you can call the word the title. Okay, inside this title, you can call block. Then this block we can call the title. Make sure that the name you are calling should be the same with whatever you are calling here, so that you will know that whatever you are calling here is title, right? So then come back here, put this back to Django. All right, then title, put it to title. All right, so inside I'm going to I can either use generate it dynamically from database, or I can say put welcome to my can say blog home page. So if you come here, you notice that there is no title, right? So let's reload. Look at this place. Now let's reload. You can see we have what? Blog what? Home page. So now let's quickly work on this, right? Let's work on all these ones then. So what we are going to do is that we'll come here, and of course we are going to get rid of the everything inside here. Then we can sorry, we're inside the header. So let's remove this. Let's come to contact us. So we come to contact us. We are going to remove everything inside here. So let's do that quickly. And then remove all the CSS. Then inside the body, we are going to remove all the JavaScript, right? So we can come to contact us to check it out. As you can see, so let's go back. Then we also need to, okay, what did I think there's a problem here. The problem is that the header should also be generating dynamically. Like this is not generating dynamically. So this should generate dynamically. But however, let's finish up what we are doing first. Let's finish up so that we will not make mistake. So yeah, I'll remove everything. So I can go to the top here, and extend. So what you need to do, just come here, come to the home. We already did some extend in that home. The home here, copy this extend. It's the same thing. Then put it at the top. Then, so what we are going to do next is that this, you know what to do, right? Come here, copy this. So first here, you can just come here and change this to contact us. Contact us now. All right. Then let's go and reload to our contact us. You can see you have contact us now, but the information are not displaying. So who can tell us what we are going to do for this information display? Because everything here is not displaying. Let me know if you guys are following up.
You have to move the body into the block.
Okay, good. So move all this body.
And you name it content.
Yes. So let me remove this body. Let me remove this body. So what you are going to do, instead of, if you want to copy, or you can cut off, but I just cut the body. Then name it the name content. Make sure it's content, so that when you come here, you will look for content, right? Okay. All right. So end block. So let me copy this end block and put it the button to under beneath here, underneath. All right. So let's go and load. So we are having, so to work on the image, what are we going to do to work on the image? Who tell us? We have the image here. Look at the image.
Load static.
Okay, we load static first. And load static. Now let's load the static. Let's take this up. Load statics. Okay, let's try and see everything is working fine. Okay, now we're having an error. Who can tell us why we're having this error? I purposely did this so that we can know. Who can tell us why we're having
Low
this error?
static is supposed to
In
come
the
down.
template, load static is after you is inside the template, not
Okay,
before it.
good. It should be inside the load static before the extend. So you don't take it up. In case you take it up and having such issue, these are errors you are going to experience when you are working on your own. So what we are going to do now is that so how are we going to link this? Any idea?
Yes, we have to call on the URL tag. Then you put our views name there.
Look at what you are talking about.
That is the header, right?
Look at what you are talking about.
That's the image. That's the
Yeah.
image.
That's the image.
Yes,
Image.
is the
You put
URL. Yeah,
static.
it's the Django
Static.
URL you call.
URL statics. Yes, you load our URL statics there. The part,
Okay.
the statics part.
Okay, we'll call the statics. So what are we going to do?
We are copying the access/img, whatever inside the statics.
Okay.
We'll cut it.
Okay. So let's move this, and then we'll move this. All right. So let's go and reload. All right. So we have it here. And the problem now is that this about us is not static. So if you come here and click, see what you're having. So we'll have to look for how we can work to make sure about us
You
is
can do that in
static.
the header HTML. That is the template.
Okay. But the problem
You
here
can,
is each of the header have design. But I would left to you guys to do that. So the guy, I will give you this project to deploy on GitHub. The assignment you guys will do is that okay, assignment you guys will do that. Complete all this, complete all the remaining this thing. So let me copy the code now and send to you. Please do it and deploy it in GitHub. Then send me the link. So this is
all
the
right, sir.
project. This is a project. So I will tell you guys assignment you guys are going to do. So tomorrow defense. President, are you there? Or you don't sleep? Let's leave all defense next week, starting from next week when Thursday. So we are defending
All right, sir.
all the defense should be next week on Thursday. So this is what we are going to do. The guy will would do their own and then deploy. So I will have to use the guy repository and fork. So the guy, I want us to complete this project by Sunday.
All
Like
right,
this
sir.
project, because I want to also teach you guys how to add dynamic stuff. So I want you to complete the project. This is what you are going to do. I will give you the project now. So this is what you are going to do. We are going to link this one. Now the problem we're having here, and look at the problem we're having now. The problem we're having here is that the header is not static, it's not dynamic. So I want you guys to please deploy this now and send the repository on the group before then
All
your
right.
own that will work. You send me them to my DM. Don't go and fix it too. Now the problem you're
Okay, sir.
having is this. Everybody should clone this repository. Everybody should clone it. Then they should come. The problem we're having on this project now is that number one, here when you click on this man, it should take you to this particular page. This particular page. But the next class, we are
Okay.
going to see how we can fetch based on the topic. The can fetch this dynamically. So when you click on this man, it will take you to your own page. But let it for now. When you click on this man, it should take you to this page, this details page, right? That is two.
Okay.
Then this place, you should add picture here. The picture should have radius, like round picture. Let me show you now. Let me show you. Should have a you should have a rounded picture like this. So let's say here now.
Okay.
So where is that thing? Are you getting me? You should have
Okay.
like a picture round. Then when it come to the next one, like this one, so you need to add pictures here. Then that
Okay.
pictures now, you link it, any picture at all. So each of the students will add picture. Like as you are defending it, you can see all these pictures then. You can see the way the picture is. You have picture here. Have picture just should be rounded like this.
Each
By
of
this,
the blog posts will have pictures.
yes, each of the blog posts will have
That will be a link to the actual blog.
yes. So
Okay.
add picture, then there will be a link there. Then let me stop this. I want to stop this. So then all these ones that about us should be linked. This one should be linked. And now,
Okay.
secondly, this should have this should be dynamic. So that this should be
Okay.
dynamic. So
The footer, abi?
the footer should be dynamic. So that if
All
I
right, sir.
come to about us and click, it should be the same
It should be there too.
in
Okay.
all the page.
All
Then
right.
now, secondly, the header should be dynamic. This should be dynamic, but the this thing should be different. It should not have the same background.
Yeah.
If you come
Okay.
to about us you have your own different background, but the page,
Background.
the header there should be dynamic.
Okay.
So what again? Again, I think that is all. So that is all. That is all. Then we'll continue building. Let me do this now. Please help me and deploy. Then send the president the link. So the president will
All right, sir.
address them. As he's sending the assignment, he will add the link there
All right,
for
sir.
them for all of them to download. And then I'll record
Sir,
the
is it a cohort thing or a personal thing?
no, it's a code project. It's a code project. So I don't know, Mr. President, what is the modality of your presentation now? Because people have meeting.
Compressed to zip, sir. It's there.
Where is it?
Down, down, down. Yes, that is it. Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. President, what is the modality of your people presentation?
Sure. You said presentation. We should leave it till next week now. We didn't
Yeah,
touch
no, I mean the
anything.
That is
modality.
open in the background. That's why I cannot
Okay.
compress.
The we didn't really touch anything about the presentation. The
It's still
only
the same
thing
way as
is
it is.
It's open in the background. You need
Okay,
to
so
close
where
them.
is
Yeah.
it? Ah,
VS Code.
okay. So it has to be the same the way it is, Abi.
yes.
Okay. Okay, people did not change anything. All right, it's okay. It's not no problem. So there's another charge with two voltage. Again, there's another charge with two this line. This let me send this on the other line. Okay.
Let me message you.
Don't worry. I'm serious. You be popular man now, you there everywhere now, so don't worry. I will just go your message, click your name. So the guy try and deploy it this night, you understand? So that
Yeah, I'm on it.
whether this can. Wow, it is a pan. It is at the pan there. No pan Tinubu have now. So no pan Tinubu on the pan like this. Boy, we enter work na better work na after this class. Work like till now till 4. Oh, damn. Okay. Let me deploy this video also.